video, we're preparing the indigo dye vat. Indigo is a historical dye that has been used for thousands of years by many cultures around the world. Dyeing with indigo is quite different from other dyeing techniques. Indigo produces shades of blue. The dye is obtained from the leaves of the indigo plant. Indigo tinctoria is the most used plant, but other species are used such as Indigofera erecta and Indigofera fruticosa. The leaves contain the dye, which is invisible and attached to a glucose molecule. The leaves are soaked in water where they ferment, causing the glucose to split off. After soaking, the leaves are removed from the water and the indigo remains. Since indigo dye does not dissolve in water, the dye must undergo this process where it is reduced and put into a liquid state with the oxygen removed. In the reduced state, the indigo dye liquid is a yellow-green color, and in this form the indigo can penetrate the fibers of the fabric. When the fabric is removed from the dye vat, it is initially the same yellow-green color, but begins to turn blue as the oxygen in the air reacts with the indigo. As the indigo oxidizes, it becomes trapped within the fibers, making the dye permanent. The Maiwa documentary, Indigo, A World of Blue, showed this process of turning from yellow-green to blue. I decided to take the easy route and use a kit for my first go at dyeing with indigo. I'm using the Jacquard Indigo Tie-Dye Kit, Natural Dye Method. The kit is available from many sources. Similar kits are also available. According to dye kit instructions, the dye vat can be kept up to several weeks and dye more than 15 yards or 5 pounds of fabric, or 15 t-shirts. The Jacquard Indigo Tie-Dye Kit contains what you need to mix the dye vat: water-soluble, pre-reduced indigo dye crystals, soda ash, a fixer that raises the pH level and helps fabric better absorb dye, sodium hydrosulfite, a reducing agent that converts indigo pigment into a water-soluble form, and instructions. Some other supplies you'll need include a 5-gallon bucket with a sealable lid, 36-inch long paddle for stirring, latex gloves, drop cloths. Notice that the bucket includes a sealable lid. The seal protects the dye vat from oxidizing and enables us to use the dye over time. The dye vat can be kept sealed and the dye used when desired. There is no heating or keeping the dye at a particular temperature with indigo, as there is with other plant dyes we've used, although room temperature is recommended. The long paddle is for stirring the vat. The drop cloths protect work surfaces from being stained with indigo dye. Let's get started. To set up the dye vat, fill the bucket with water. Stir in the indigo dye crystals, soda ash, and sodium hydrosulfite. Stir the vat, cover, and allow to settle. Fill the 5-gallon or 18-liter bucket with 4 gallons or 15 liters of warm tap water. Empty the pre-reduced indigo dye crystals, the soda ash, and the sodium hydrosulfite into the water. Stir until dissolved. Stir the vat in one direction in a circular motion to prevent introducing oxygen. Take your time. When dissolved, remove the paddle. To do so, slowly reverse the direction of stirring and drag the stir stick along the outer edge of the vat, and then slowly remove the paddle. Cover the vat with a lid and allow it to settle, at least 15 minutes to half an hour, although an hour is best. The liquid becomes a yellow-green color. Since this is the first time I'm using this bucket, I'm attaching the seal. The seal and lid will prevent the dye from oxidizing between sessions. Now that my indigo dye vat is prepared, I'm ready to dye.